please, Mr. Chud.
Thank you very much, Deputy Presiding Officer. I would like to thank and congratulate Jenny Minto for bringing 100th year celebration of BBC to the Scottish Parliament. In November last year, I was one of the co-sponsors of the event in Parliament marking the 19th anniversary of the BBC World Service alongside Jenny Minto. I'm happy to speak once again about this issue, this time in a much more local sense. At the event, I spoke about the BBC as one of the most trusted broadcasters across the world. I hope the same can continue to be reflected in the future for the BBC in Scotland. The BBC is a national asset. While it is not infallible, it is envied around the world for the quality of its product and the reliability of its journalism. Scotland is privileged to have such a long-standing and professional service. The BBC service is a valuable role as a public broadcasting service in Scotland. One of the standout features of the BBC in Scotland is its impartiality. The ability for members of the public to tune in to BBC Scotland programming without political influences or coherence should remain one of the standout features of the BBC in Scotland. That's why I was happy to hear of the BBC's reinstation of Gary Lineker's last week. Much of the day certainly was not at its best without its valid presenters. However, I'm still concerned about the BBC's decision to not broadcast a related programme to David Attenborough's new series Wild Isle. I would hope that in future the BBC in Scotland continues to be a trusted voice that remains truly impartial and above political or economic pressure. On a more positive note, the BBC in Scotland has done a great deal to showcase and promote Scotland's vibrant culture sector. I echo the words of the motion today in the BBC's ability to truly express the depth of Scotland's culture across a range of educational and entertainment programmes. It has and continues to contribute a vital role to the creativity of this nation. In the wake of the COVID-19 pandemic, Scotland's cultural sector has seen closure of well-respected and beloved cultural institutions, most recently the Film House here in Edinburgh. Scotland's cultural sector has suffered greatly as a result. The BBC in Scotland showcases a wide range of Scotland's culture, including in Gaelic language programming, Scottish film and television series, and local news reporting. This invariably supports the sector and the vital work it does. Continued support from the BBC in promoting Scotland's vast areas of culture helps to revive this sector and sector after a difficult few years. It is now more important than ever that Scotland's cultural sector is continued to be showcased across this valuable broadcasting service, and I hope for the continued success of this nation's institutions. Thank you very much. Thanks again to Jenny Minto.